why pursue a career in oil and gas? So one of the major things, and it's an attractive, higher than average annual salaries. And then there's job opportunities around the world, increased demand for workers are there, job advancement opportunities, and learning transferable skills. So I'll go into it. You would have chosen our institution. And in fact, one of the major reasons is higher than average annual salaries. There are numerous benefits, and that has no need for explanation because it's one of the things that is a great attribute to working in the industry. Job opportunities around the world, locally, regionally, and internationally. Regionally, the Golden Lane is the name for the area off of Guyana, which is now producing 360,000 barrels per day for a coalition of companies led by Exxon Mobil. You would have heard about that. And it could actually surpass 1 million barrels a day by 2027. Increased demands for workers in the industry, skilled, competent workers are in high demand to join the workforce. Recruitment and job changes create opportunities for persons to become recruited. Job advancement opportunities through cross-crafting, and we'll discuss cross-crafting and what that is a little later. To consider optional areas to work and promotions for higher positions. And then there's something here called learning transferable skills. Skills that can transfer from one job to another job. And we have both soft skills and we have hard skills. Soft skills are interpersonal skills, problem solving, teamwork, and then you have hard skills. And hard skills will get into these skills, basically like data analytics. Transferable skills are a way for you to show that you can do the job, and even if you are not a perfect match to the job description that is required by the company, you have these transferable skills. So the more relevant skills that you have and that you build, you will more likely land the job that you want. Transferable skills can highlight your potential as an asset to your company. So we have a commitment. And what is our commitment? As you see here, we have 4 major commitments. So you have chosen our institution. You are here both online and you're here sitting in the audience. So you are expressing an interest in us. So what are we committed to give to you? We are committed to provide a wide variety of world-class educational programs at progressive levels to provide industry-relevant certification, to ensure that you are afforded all the relevant job-specific training to enter the world of work. And we understand the demands of the oil and gas industry. And it is crucial that we ensure that our technicians that we provide are fully prepared. Hence, our curricula has been designed to ensure that each candidate fully understands the high standards required to work in a fast-paced environment. We'll chat a little more about curriculum a little later on. So I'm showing you this slide here. This slide will pop up again a little later on. But what does this represent? So you're going to see levels from level 1 to level 6. And what it represents is the progressive pathway here at KSPTL. I will get into the diploma and advanced diploma courses, but the takeaway from the image is that there's an intent to develop candidates to their full potential to become leaders in the oil and gas industry. So you would see basically where you start, and you see the guy with the wheelbarrow there, but you're seeing the most important fact, where you end up. And that is crucial to you building your career in the oil and gas industry. So why? We're getting into now the why. Why choose our programs? So you would have heard quite a lot before, our history. Where is the energy sector leading to oil and gas and that kind of thing? Mr. Rajak would have gone into processes in the industry. So from all that, you know that KSPTL has been successfully delivering programs in oil and gas for over 10 years. And this is both locally, regionally, and internationally. The programs developed and delivered by us are internationally certified, currently assured by Pearson, and this is at the diploma level and the advanced diploma level. They are uniquely designed to provide an assurance of competency. And this generally means that the persons undertaking the programs are tested on performing tasks in both the theoretical and practical realm. That is how you are tested, so that you are able to actually perform the job when you go out into the industry. They are written and developed by curriculum teams consisting of industry professionals who contribute the content required to produce high performing individuals equipped for the workplace. The curriculum team's contribution meets the employer's requirements in seeking potential candidates that are ready, willing, and able to get into the workplace and perform the tasks that are needed. Our academic staff, they are qualified individuals, industry experienced professionals, each having at least 25 years experience. So it's from 25 years experience and more. That is to say, combined, our academic staff has at least over 100 years experience together with the entire team. Both the academic and administrative staff provide a level of commitment to ensure that you, the student, the candidate, are equipped with all the necessary information to complete your journey successfully. So commitment not only comes from inside of the classroom, but it comes from outside of the classroom through our administrative staff as well. This is a look at our core technical programs. Mr. Rajak would have mentioned where the trainees and apprentices and that kind of thing came from. And he mentioned, importantly, electrical, mechanical, instrumentation, and process. Production operators, he would have mentioned. And then he also spoke about offshore facilities and onshore facilities. I want to bridge a gap here. I am showing you all that exactly what Mr. Rajak said is exactly what we offer. So our programs are designed for the people that are necessary for the industry. So let me take you now into the meat of the programs itself. At stage 1, we have something basic knowledge, basic grounding. These are some of the topics. They are not fully all of the topics that we delve into. Oil and gas, discovery to production. The roles and responsibilities of a technician, HSE, which means health, safety, and environment, fundamental theories across all subjects, and handover operations. These are some of the basic topics that we do at level 1. But then we go down into specialization at stage 2. And at stage 2, we delve into maintenance procedures. We teach on pumps, motors, valves, piping, troubleshooting and fault finding analysis, component removal and replacement procedures, startup and shutdown operations. Now, you would get in-depth knowledge of what I'm talking about here through all of our information-based platforms. So you could actually go onto our website and you could get this information, or you could call our offices and get more information on the curriculum. I want to touch on our most popular program, the Process Technician program. Without a doubt, this program has been the most popular at our institution and consists currently of 11 industry-specific modules of training. They're all up there. The candidate pursues this program, just like all other diploma programs, over 1 year. The modules on screen are very descriptive in providing an insight into the learning content that is delivered. And as I look at the audience, I see some students that we have that passed through this program already. It is an excellent program that gives you that kind of footing to be able to move on to the advanced level programs. The culmination of your learning will allow you to conduct startup and shutdown operations of the production simulator. Herein, students are done appropriate PPE, conduct a toolbox meeting, fill out necessary safety documentation, which includes a JSA, which is a job safety analysis document, and a permit to work. You conduct your pre-checks on all of the equipment, and then you proceed to start the production simulator. I will get into a picture of the production simulator, but for those that would have entered onto the compound, the production simulator is located just adjacent to the hall as you exit. It is a facility that is operational, and I will explain what it is in a little bit, right? The operation that I just described happens in that live environment guided by a lecturer. So it is a simulation of being in a job site conducting your duties. So you get the feel of what it is like to be on a live facility, but in the confines and in the safety of our facility, being fully supervised. I'll touch on one maintenance program. So I've selected electrical maintenance to touch on, but the importance is that the stage one across electrical, mechanical, and instrumentation, they're the same. So the modules are the same, except that for the fundamentals, instead of electrical, you'll get mechanical or you'll get instrumentation. So you are seeing here that stage one consists of 6 or 7, basically, different modules, and they are similar, but then you get stage 2. And when I say stage 2, this is the specialization. And the specialization here delves into maintenance, fault finding, component replacement and removal, repairs and troubleshooting. And students basically gain theoretical knowledge of the processes required to execute maintenance on equipment. They physically perform the actions within a controlled workshop environment under the guidance of a lecturer. For example, in terms of electrical, we use a simulator, which is online. It's called Multisim, where you build circuitry. So you do it in a controlled environment, you do it within the classroom. Importantly, when you enter into the workshop, you'll get to work on motors, you'll get to build circuits for AC and DC, electromagnetic relays, and these things are done in the workshop itself. So if we take out of the maintenance programs, for example, mechanical, you'll work on pumps and you'll work on motors and you will work on diesel engines. What you do is you actually remove and replace components. And in doing so, you conduct something called fault finding analysis, which is to identify what actually happened to that piece of equipment. And this is relevant because that is what they do in the workplace itself in performing maintenance. At the advanced diploma level, so from the technician level diploma, you move over to the advanced diploma. This is one of our advanced diploma programs, OPOT. And the advanced diploma OPOT, offshore production operator, it consists of 15 modules. And again, from the descriptions there, it could give you an idea of what we get into. It is delivered over 1 year again, and the aim of this program is to provide site-specific competency training relative to the upstream sector for persons who already have the technician's diploma. It provides hands-on training for persons who have a specialist technical base to equip them to work in offshore operations, and the qualification is meant to support upstream operations in Trinidad and Tobago to ensure that graduates can troubleshoot, analyze, support upstream operations within any assigned company. Students completing this program transition to working into the offshore environment seamlessly, since this curriculum here was designed to specifically achieve that goal. So it covered all of the programs So here, the pictorial actually shows a shot of the production simulator. The production simulator is a replica of an oil and gas production facility in the upstream industry. It shows the various activities that happen in a real life setting. It's located in premises away from classrooms, so it is a separate facility, but it's on the compound. And what does this facility do? It simulates crude oil extraction and production using oil and water, and the oil and water is stored in containers. They are separately stored, and then when the facility is started, it combines into one holding tank and is then passed through a separator, and the separator actually goes through the process of separating it back into oil and water, and it reroutes that back into separate tanks. So it is a process that is actually controlled by the well control panel, and then different components that all relate to mechanical processes, electrical process, and instrumentation processes, right? So what you get is the feel of being intimate with the equipment that is located on a production facility. This is one of a kind. Kenson School could actually boast that we have this facility and that we train our technicians on this facility, further equipping you so that when you get out into the workplace, you know what to expect. So it's just not classroom theory. Okay, so the separation processes are experienced through this unique design. So I've said a lot. Hope that, it was of value. But here's where we are. What I need you to do now. Inform yourself. So you're going to get a lot from us, but you could take that step as well. Visit our website, visit our social media platforms, talk to people who have attended the Kenson School. Discuss your career objectives with us. You could reach out to us and we could give you that information. Select your preference. We've given you quite a lot of programs to choose from. Choose a career path or profession that makes you excited, that you want to remain in for the long haul, to grow in. Talk to us about your options, what we could present to you, because we do have now a wide variety of programs. And lastly, enroll and start your classes, right? So that is the pivoting point where you could be one of those students that will say, I was at the helipad and I took the helicopter and I went offshore, and you share this knowledge with people and people say, wow, I didn't even know that is what your day-to-day life is like. Because that is the exciting part, is choosing a career that gets you up in the morning, that you are excited to go to.